We really haven't seen that much. Will there be more action this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think naysayers would argue that the Trump administration actually hasn't done very much at all on trade this year. If you look at punitive actions and things that were promised on the campaign trail, as you mentioned, he pulled out of TPP in his first few days of office. But, that agreement actually hadn't been passed by Congress yet. It hadn't been in effect. And if you look at Trump's own trade measure of whether he's succeeding or failing, the trade deficit, it's actually at a level now. If you look at the data that we have for the first 11 months of 2017, it was actually larger than all of 2016. So the trade deficit has been growing. But I would probably provocatively somewhat say that he's at least partly succeeded. He's really kept up this message that and in his entire administration, we're being unfairly treated. We need to level the playing ground, reciprocal trade. We need to hit China. And I think that that's entered the psyche of people. And a lot of countries are waiting for that axe to drop. And one other way that I think potentially, at least, he's created the illusion of success is that the economy is doing so well right now that manufacturing's picked up, jobs are being created. And those are two things he wanted to do through better trade deals. So that's sort of naturally happening right now.
Well, let's talk, Sarah, about that axe maybe dropping, because there are a lot of various measures that are pending right now in Washington. And some people have said that maybe they held off on these until they got the tax overhaul through. And you've got, on the one hand, 232, which really is a pretty drastic remedy, very seldom used, involving national security. You also got self-initiated dumping proceedings going on involving steel and aluminum. What is the most provocative thing the president could do?
So you're right. I mean, we're now faced that this year, 2018, has to be the year that we see action, and not just for Trump's support base. He's actually faced with deadlines on investigations that he's ordered, 232s into steel and aluminum, which will determine whether there should be restrictions on those imports on national security grounds. He's facing decisions on whether to put imports on solar panels and washing machines. All these deadlines are coming up. I mean, the NAFTA talks are another big example, and I think while China is a big economy and there's a lot at stake there, I believe that NAFTA is the one to watch in the more immediate future. They've set the deadline for March. Trump has said last week, he said in an interview that maybe we could be more flexible, and after Mexico's elections in July there might be some flexibility there, but he didn't really give us any insights on what that thinking was. And there's so much at stake from that.